Okay, let's see if this did it. Let's see if this does it. Oh my goodness. Man, this is embarrassing. Okay, so we got that working, I think. The audio should be good. Let's see if it's actually showing up like I want it to. For those that can hear me, I do appreciate you putting up with this, because this has been a massive pain in the butt so far. Let's see. Oh my god, a playback. Alright. Audio works. Good. Are we good? Is this good? Did I finally get it? We have one person watching so far. Alright. Ay. That should not have been that complicated, but I'm a dummy with this stuff still, so thank you for bearing with me. Let's see. So started streaming 98 seconds ago. Let's see. So it's Alright, hey Zeal, so one more time, can y'all hear me? Yay, nay, Can you hear me? Technical difficulties, man. Are we good? Yes! Yes! Finally! Oh my goodness, this should not have been that difficult. That's on me. So, I think the biggest problem I had was, let's see, proud of you for rocking the, oh yes! Good old Everfree. I think what the problem is this is the first time I've done a stream since the Burning Mare concert a couple of weeks ago. And so I never redid the settings to put it back on my channel until like right before this. And clearly, you know, some stuff got screwed up and jumbled up along the way. So, whoops. Like I said, that's entirely on me. My bad. But we seem to have it going properly now. So, again, thank you all for the patience. I say I'm still new to streaming, even though it's technically been like a couple of years now. I'm still just bad at it. I'm still really bad at it. Hopefully I can navigate my way through this stuff properly, because there are some specific things I want to do with streaming, but to put it bluntly, I'm simply not a high enough level yet. So, anyways, hello, welcome. I'm still godsmacked that it has been 10 years of this show. That is incredible. I am cool. Yes, real quick, big shout out and a big thank you to Nevi for helping me get the audio and everything working properly. Speech time. I'm bad. I'm really bad at these kind of speeches, especially when I'm like by myself. So I don't know. But what I can say is, for those of you who did not see my Burning Mare set, this is your first time seeing the new place. I now have my own little studio for music and production and whatnot. I'm not in a stuffy closet anymore. Like, it's a room now. Albeit still a room in need of cleaning. But, yes, thank you. Welcome back, Iron. Thank you. And thank you again for bearing with me on this. Big shout out to Nevi. Thank you for that. Your essay is due tomorrow. See, you joke about that, but I can say with confidence that I would smash that expectation far greater than anything I did while I was in school. Granted, I was terrible in school, but that's not the point. Your essay is due tomorrow. So we got 8 people. The stream is working. This is good. Phew. Okay. Let's see. Nevi is strict with his essays. Yes, of course he is. Oh, man. All right. You have to forgive me. I'm still weirdly relieved that we got this damn thing working, because that was really annoying in the beginning. 60,000 words on why Gallus is a good boy. Oh, boy. I know you could type that in a... I know you could cook that up in about an hour, all on your own, with no help. So, I'll just copy off of you. So, I was in my server's voice chat on my way home to come do this, and I think it's important to remember, because some people do tend to forget, which is okay, but it is important to remember this isn't just the 10-year anniversary of the show, this is also the 5-year anniversary of Crusaders of the Lost Mark, which for the longest time, up into the end of the show itself, up into the final episode, was my favorite episode in all of MLP. Also, one sec. Yeah. Just some books I got. I can't believe this is your first stream out of the closet. Hey! Iron with the jokes. Crusaders of the Lost Mark is such a special episode. Amen to that. So the funny thing about Crusaders of the Lost Mark is that was an episode that I refused to watch with other people, simply because I knew, like, it was guaranteed that I could not watch that episode and not, start crying, because it's such a great episode. I love the songs. Everything about it to me is a masterpiece. I love it, I love it, I love it. And so, like I said, I refused to watch it with anyone because I know I would cry. Now, here we are, like, 4 years later, enter the final episode, and you just ramp that up to 80. Because, to this, like, that's my favorite episode. The Last Problem is my favorite episode of the whole show. It wraps it up so beautifully. Everything about it is just wonderful. But amazingly, I've only seen it once. I have only seen it once, simply because it's so emotionally charged. And I will get the mental fortitude to watch it again, but not now. The funny thing about that is, I've only seen the episode once, but at the same time, I've listened to the final song, Magic of Friendship Grows, a bajillion times, and I have every single time I've watched it, or not watched it, listened to the song, I cannot listen to it without doing, like, one of those really, really bad, ugly cries. Like, it just rips me apart in all the right ways. It is an amazing song. I will absolutely be covering it someday. Just, like I said, I can't get through it without just breaking down. Let's see. Have you ever met Apple Geek? You remind me of him with that cool hat. Well, first off, thank you for the hat compliment. And secondly, that name sounds really, really familiar. Apple Geek. I can almost swear I've met that person before. All the who's. First off, you're misspelling Whoville and who's, so hush. You can't do that. Do we get to see you cry on stream? No, I am not gonna put myself through that, because you all would, like I said, I say this guaranteed that I would start crying, and I'm not gonna do that to myself. Not now. When we go back to having in-person cons again and whatnot, then we can have a talk about that. But right now, I'm not. I can't. I won't. But with Monday being the 1 year anniversary of the finale, I'm probably going to muster the strength to watch it again, even though I know I'm just going to fall apart yet again. So we'll see. Let's see, we got 9. I have a great idea. Let's watch MLP episodes in reverse order. We really need to get you in on that no tears shampoo. Oh, shut up, Nappy. No tears shampoo. I think it's just because that's something they use for kids shampoo, but that is something I haven't, like, the phrase no tears is something I haven't heard in in a while. And, you know, I'm not too crazy about, I don't really care much for Family Guy. I actually haven't watched it in literally years. But they did that Johnson & Johnson thing that did make me laugh, where they're staring at the bottle and they say, "We'll put no tears on the label, but it does make you cry. I know." I'll admit, that was pretty funny. That got me. I think that's called baby shampoo. Yeah, like L'Oreal and whatnot. I didn't exactly expect to be talking about kids shampoo during this stream, but like L'Oreal with like the little fish bottle. Oh my god, I remember those commercials. What was their slogan? Because we're worth it too, or something like. Oh man, my late 90s, early 2000s nostalgia alarm is going off. God, it's not like I can guarantee you that like I'll go on YouTube later and I'll find a commercial for it and I'll be like, oh my god, I remember this perfectly now. Because let's see, I miss bubble baths. Wow, I forgot about those ads. I know, right? So, you know what? Here's a fun thing to do. Don't do it now, but later. You can go on YouTube and you can find people have made compilations of they're like 2.5 hours long. That's just a bunch of old commercials some geared towards kids and some just in general, of a ton of commercials from like the early 2000s and whatnot, and they're actually cited by year. So you got some from like 2000, 2001, 2, 3, so on and so forth. And like, seriously, watch that with a piece of paper and a pencil and just make a tally of how many of these that make you go like, oh my god, I remember that. Let's see, the best thing about the final song is it holds a lot of emotion within itself for myself. I can see the scenes though I'm only listening to it. Amen to that. Yeah, that is an excellent way to word it, because like every time, like wherever I am in the song, because I do sing it to myself a lot just because it's a phenomenal song, and every time I do, I have, the scene is playing perfectly in my mind. You're never too old for bubble baths. Go take a bubble bath. Okay, I have to leave now. Sorry, but I'm busy now. That's okay. Thank you for stopping in. I use bath bombs now. Bye, Sonia. You can use both. Oh yeah, I've seen stuff like 90s commercials and cartoons. Ew, no, nephew. Okay, I'm caught up. Yeah, like, if anyone wants a specific one, you can just DM me on Discord later, and I'll send it to you, because it is, it's a really solid way to kill like 2 hours, and I need to do that tally idea as well, where you just count how many of them that you remember, because for a lot of them, you'll immediately remember and go like, oh my god, within the first 2 seconds of it. Let me see. Just pour everything in the tub. Like, here, how about this? Let's put it to the test. I'm just gonna describe one. Does anyone remember an ad? It was a Got Milk ad, but they used Super Mario 64 with the kid who is he's trying to like get Mario to jump up against the wall, and he keeps like face planting on it and falling back, and the kid's getting increasingly frustrated, like, no, Mario, come on, jump, and Mario's not doing. until the kid just like drops the jump, jump, and he just drops the controller and goes into the other room frustrated, which I always leave my game unpaused when I go into the other room and am upset. And so Mario sees, like, he looks at the TV, like, through the TV screen, sees that the kid has, like, milk on the table, and, like, pulls himself out of the TV to go get the milk and drink it. It's just, like, it's such a strange ad, but, like, I'll never forget it as long as I live. Just because they ran it all the time when I was a kid. But yeah, Iron remembers it. It was one of those ones that stuck out. This sounds, see, exactly. I can almost guarantee you that you've seen it. Like if I put Nevi, if you come in here later and I pull this commercial up, I am 90% confident you'll go, "Oh my god, yes, I remember this." Give me like I know this is an MLP stream and everything, and we'll obviously get to that. But give me some more. Like give me some that's like briefly describe it in the chat and see if I can briefly describe it and see if I can like be like, "Oh yeah, I remember that one." Is Nevi guest starring on stream? That's up to Nevi because he's in the other room right now. I know he's working on an art piece, which I'm not gonna say anything about it, other than what I have seen of it so far is beautiful. Oh my god, it's so good. He's doing it for the anniversary and whatnot, and it looks amazing. I can't wait to see how it looks finished. But in the meantime, it is up to Nevi if he wants to come on and make an appearance, which I think would actually be really, really funny, considering how less than a week ago he just let it slip to the rest of the world that he is Ponyfax, which, despite my time off of Twitter and whatnot, like, I had no idea it was him. He had kept that, and I give credit where it's due. He had kept that a secret from me for 3 or 4 months. And I remember being in here, just kind of minding my own business, and I saw the mod reveal, and I saw that it was him. And in DMs, because a lot of times, because I spend most of my time in here, and he's in our bedroom on his computer, so we're chatting through Discord a lot, even though he's like 10 yards to my right. And I sent him like in bold and all caps, "It was you all along? What?" I feel like we can go into an N64 hole, but do you remember the original Smash Brothers commercial? Are you talking about Iron? Are you talking about the one where it's like the guys in various suits skipping through a meadow? They're like in various suits, like Yoshi, Donkey Kong, and whatnot, and then they just start beating the hell out of each other for literally no reason. Jamaican cinnamon races, angry apple. Oh man, that sounds really familiar. Oh my god, wasn't that an Applejack's ad? Suspicious how Nevi goes quiet when you talk about Ponyfax. Well, so long as I don't get a big DM like, "How dare you reveal that?" It's not gonna bother me. Largely because he's already made it public. If that was supposed to be a secret, that's his fault at this rate. They're playing Turtles in the background. Oh man, no, I don't think I remember that one. I do remember they're playing Turtles in the background. Ugh, that's gonna bother me. Send it to me later. Oh hush, you did that back on like Monday. I don't want to hear it. You're fine. So, I guess in an effort, song "Happy Together." Yeah, so. In an effort to kind of bring the focus back to MLP, and the stream and whatnot. How about a pony related Q&A? Why not? I have a soft spot for Q&As. I like that stuff, and due to the absence of physical cons for the time being, we haven't been able to have a physical Q&A in a while. So if you have anything... Can y'all hear that? Can y'all hear that? Seriously, can you hear that? That's amazing that it carries like that. It's a pretty since we moved here. This is a pretty boisterous. It's a pretty boisterous apartment complex. Yeah, someone's outside just like blaring music. I can't hear. What's the again? It's just someone driving out in their car and they're just blasting. They're just blasting some song. Anyways, yeah, let's screw it. Let's do a Q&A. Who's your favorite Villain in the fandom? Why, you, of course, silly. Hi, Hyper. Good to see you again. Yeah, if you wanted to just pop in real quick and say hi, it is all good. As always, my DMs are open if you need anything. Good to see you again. Happy 10-year anniversary of our show. Yeah, stay as long or as little as you like. It is totally fine to me. I'm sorry. I cannot believe you guys cannot hear that. It's so loud to me. Like, it's probably just because my mic isn't picking it up, but damn, that is crazy. If I was using the microphone that I use for if I was using the microphone that I use to like record songs and whatnot, if that was like plugged in and whatnot, I can almost guarantee you that you would be able to hear it. Bit of quick show and tell then, because it's not. I don't hear it, and I'm 15 feet to your right. Let's see. Do you have? So here you go. This is the microphone in question. This is the Rode NT1A. I use this all the time for recording vocals, especially when I do songs. It is a beautiful mic. So if you guys are ever looking for that, I would certainly recommend that mic. You can get it for like a nice bundle for under $300. Totally recommend it. Anyways, back to the thing. Also, obviously not a sponsor. Just something I had. Question, do you have any favorite memory from any cons? Oh, boy. Always a brutal question. Simply, that's that's a great question. It's a great question. I love it. The problem is, it's so difficult. It's so hard to answer that because, just, kind of I humble brag and everything. Just, I've been to so many cons over the years. Like, I've been really, really blessed to do that. But my goodness, it's so hard to pick just one. I will say though, I'll pull it up for myself real quick. But I remember that you won't be able to see it on here, but I made a list of I made a list for this very thing of like my favorite con memories and whatnot, just as like a top 10 thing. And let me see if I can find it. If not, it's all good. Let's see. Excuse me. Excuse me again. All right, let's see. Can we have yours? No. Am I your favorite memory? I do remember you punching me. That's always one that's great to mention. My favorite memory is the first HarmonyCon, waking up on Saturday and walking around the halls. That feeling was heavenly. So going off of what Nevi said, I had that same feeling, but for me personally, it wasn't Saturday morning. It was Thursday night. That was whenever I was in when I used that quote, walking through a dream. That's what it gets me, is because that Thursday night was when it was really I was super excited, super hyped up because we hadn't started yet. I was like, oh my God, we're really doing this. This is wonderful. This is great. And I had always loved, I'll always love Nightmare Nights. They will always have an extremely special place in my heart, extremely high on my list of favorite cons and whatnot. But with this, it was different because with Nightmare Nights, I was heavily involved with them, and I'm forever grateful for that. But I had come into something that was already established. With HarmonyCon, we were there like in the very, very beginning. Like I was at the I was at that IHOP we went to in like the December of 2017 talking about like, do we really want to do this and whatnot. Like and so to like go from just an IHOP conversation to walking the halls Thursday night, that's just wow. That's really special. And of course, the entirety of the weekend was great as well. So anyways, I apologize for the quick tangent. Going back to SOC graffiti, I apologize if I mispronounced anything. Going back to their question, I have a list that I made back in mid 2017 apparently of my favorite con memories, which since this was in 2017, I can almost guarantee you that this has to be updated. But let's see what I did right. Let's see. I don't think this is this is my favorite memories of being in the fandom. So not exclusively memories from a convention, but I'll pick the I'll pick the specific convention ones out here. Let's see. Greetings from AutoZone. Yay! It's Trixie. I hope to see you later. Greetings from AutoZone. Let's see. So I got 3 in a row from that's not Bucky. That's Trixie. Although I need to message Bucky too. So finding my hat from Brony Fest, which, you know what? Since we're on this here, real quick, I feel it necessary to show you guys this one more time. Just to ensure you all that it is okay. Nothing bad has happened to it. It's just enjoying retirement. I present to you the hat, the original Do the Daring Do hat, and all of its raggedy, tattered, screwed up glory, I guess. So, it is still very much okay. It is retired. But he hasn't gotten a response. Okay. So, as I said, it is going to stay permanently retired. It's just enjoying itself. It looks duty. Well, yeah, when you've been to as many cons as this poor thing has. What a trooper. So yeah, I made especially sure to retire this after this year's HarmonyCon because pandemic or otherwise, there's no way this thing would have survived another convention. So I just wanted to show you guys it is still alive. It is still here. It's just enjoying retirement. So I'm going to go put it up. Yep. Okay, let us see. Anyways, so going back to the rest of the list. Like I'm not gonna go down every single one of these, but I will pick some out that I have on here. Saturday night long talk with our friend Dallas. That's kind of hard to explain. Performing Awoken with my friend Retro Sax, because that was the first time we had ever performed for a group of bronies together, and that's where Retro and I became friends. Oh yeah, the little talk I had with Peter New at the Nightmare Nights 2013 room party that we were at. Alive is a strong word for it, but sure. Thanks. I mean, it's not disintegrated, and at this rate, that's all I can ask for. Let's see. I'm gonna dip for now, but thanks for having me and hope the stream goes well. Of course, Zeal. If we are still going later on, obviously you're more than welcome to come back. Much love to Zeal. Everyone say bye-bye to Pristine, or as we call her, Zeal. Let's see. The Brony Fanfare 2013 that I've been able to attend. I hope to do more when cons resume. Can you go into detail with your... Okay. Yeah, I can do that. So, I kind of forget how I wound up in there. I think a friend of mine had invited me to it, but like in 2013 Nightmare Nights, there's a big room party of beatboxes my way into the chat and yarn. Well, welcome to both of you. You both certainly know how to make an entrance. So, anyways, to answer Iron's question about the Peter New thing, I do remember there was between us two and J Thor during. Oh yeah, don't worry, I'm gonna get into that one too. But a friend of mine had invited me to this room party, and this was back when I was a what you could call like quote unquote rookie brony musician and whatnot. Like I was very much that. Oh, I had stars in my eyes and everything, and so I had gotten to this party where like a lot of names were there. It was like it was kind of like a starstruck surprise, and I was like, oh my god, do I belong in here? Like I was intimidated a little bit. Some there's some names in there that were including but not limited to Sophisto was in there. He was playing Monopoly. There was I feel bad I can't remember their name, but if anyone remembers Silly Philly Studios, one of their representatives was there. Was it the party where the EQD folks played Pony Monopoly? Yes, it is. That was the party I was at, and it was just like that video that I know you're referring to was just like, and I know you were playing with them. I was at that party, but like I just had to take a moment to just like do a pan shot, like oh my god, I can't believe I'm here. Like this is like royalty to me. So Sophisto was there, Silly Philly Studios was there, a lot of others, but like at some point during the party, the VAs showed up for a little bit. Andrea Libman was there, Brenda Critchlow was there, and Peter New was there, and we're all just. This was sometime. It was either after or we just sat next to them on the couch and just let them keep playing Monopoly. I think it was that, but like we had. It wasn't like we were all watching the TV, and it wasn't MLP wasn't on. Honestly, something just as appropriate. Dan Versus was on the TV because that was back when one when the hub was around, and two whenever that was back when the hub was around, as well as Dan Versus was still airing. Which, if you haven't seen it, is a really good show. I definitely recommend Dan Versus. And so that just happened to be on the TV, and I'm just kind of just sitting there watching it, like ignoring the Monopoly game, just to let them do their thing. And before too long, I have Peter New just comes over and sits down next to me, and he looks at me and says, "Hey, nice hat." And so in my mind, I'm like, "Oh my god, no way!" Like, oh my god, like again, like I'm in that stage where I'm just like incredibly easily starstruck, and I have Big Mac telling me, "Hey, nice hat," and I'm just like, "Oh my god!" Ah! And so I'm just like, I do the very cool and smooth response, like, thanks, I appreciate it." And of course, he was wearing a hat as well, and somehow it just kind of led into us talking about like how we both got our hats, because like with the one I just showed up, I found that on a chair at my first ever pony convention back in the March of 2013. So as a frame of time, this was the November of 2013. So later that same year. But like I had just found this hat. It was in vastly better condition than it is now for obvious reasons. But like I was talking about how I found it, he was talking about how he got his. And it's just like, oh my god, I'm striking this conversation with Peter New. And he's like, so hey, what's your name? And I go, hi, it's nice to meet you. I'm Dewie. And he says, nice to meet you, Dewie. I'm Peter New. And I have this moment, and to this day, I'm not really sure if it was smooth or bad of me, but like, as he says, hi, I'm Peter New, I kind of do this, oh, you chuckle. I'm like, don't worry, I know who you are. Which, again, looking back on it, I think you can really call that either way. But yeah, that's the main gist of what happened with Peter New and whatnot. Also, hello, Tax. Don't think I didn't see you. I certainly did. So, wowee. Yeah. So yeah, that's the Peter New story. And a couple of years later, we actually ended up interviewing him on Stable Conditions. So that was nice. So there was that. Sunday, see in the large. Oh, yes. Okay, so I do remember this, and like this one is very I left Brony Fest early to go to the 2013. The funny thing that you mentioned Brony Fest and Houston, there was this guy, and I feel to this day like I feel really bad for him because I don't know what happened to him, but like the Sunday of Brony Fest, his friends had apparently ditched him and went back to Houston without him. I don't know if they ditched him or if they made a mistake and just accidentally left him. I don't remember, but like he lived in Houston and he was still in very not Houston. So he's like, oh my God, what do I do? So he crashed with us for that night. He slept in our bathtub, which is not nearly as like uncomfortable as it sounds. Apparently, if you can feng shui yourself in there and it's not wet, you can sleep nicely in it. Oh, I remember this story. Yeah, so like I have no idea, like, because after this, his parents came and got him the next day. He went back to Houston, and for a very brief period of time, I had maintained contact with him. And we sent a couple of messages back and forth. But shortly after that, he just vanished altogether, and I never heard back from him. So I'm like, well, I mean, at least he got back to Houston, I guess. But after that, I really can't say. There's no telling where he is. The whole Brony Fest situation was wild. I know. So, anyways, the one I'm referring to here, the one that made me go, oh, okay, I feel like this one needs to be mentioned. And it's gonna sound really simple, but I think it's important. I think it's like worth talking about. Babscon 2016, which was a good year for Babscon, anyways. But I do remember that on that year, the hotel was under like really heavy renovations. So it's kind of like Babscon alongside a little bit of construction at the hotel. But what was the specific moment I'm talking about was like anywhere between like 10 to 20 minutes before the closing ceremonies. Like everyone was lining, like a lot of people were lining up to get into the main room and whatnot. They were lining up to get into the main room for closing ceremonies and whatnot, but there was a group that wasn't in line, and all they were doing was just they were sitting on the floor in front of like a pretty large sizable TV that was just playing a random MLP episode. And the funny thing is, I remember exactly which episode it was, largely because I myself love this episode as well. If anyone remembers the season 5 episode Party Pooped with the Yaks, I love that one. But it's not so much the fact that I love that episode, why that moment sticks out to me. It's more so just like, because like I love Sundays. They always find a way to be incredibly busy, but they always find some way to be really busy. But that Sundays are always like I always consider them like a nice closure day of conventions, because that's whenever you get to appreciate everything that had happened over the weekend. You get to spend that night celebrating with like a one last hurrah and everything. And it's just a really good, wholesome feeling. So just to see a group of people of all ages, there were kids, there were bronies my age, and so on and so forth, just all sitting on the floor, just watching this show, like watching this episode, and that was it. That's the whole story. But like that meant a lot to me, because I'm just like, I mean, at the end of the day, that's why we're here to begin with. And it was just like a really, really, really wholesome moment to me. Sunday is, shit, who haven't I hung out with yet? Yes, there's that too. But that's also what Sunday night is for, is, assuming you don't go, let's see. That was the intro of the Yaks. Yes, that was the first episode with the Yaks, like Prince Rutherford and whatnot. Without that episode, no Yona. Yeah. No, this was 3 years before Yona, which I find interesting. I've only experienced one Sunday at a convention. It was surreal. See? And just wait. As you go to more conventions, especially HarmonyCon, you'll see why Sunday is so special to us. And like, I hate talking about this because it always bums me out. But like in all my years and experience of doing this stuff, there's a certain, and I think I'm curious to see. Let me take a drink real quick, but I'm curious to see what Nevi will think about this. Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which convention it is. It could be HarmonyCon, it could be Nightmare Nights, it could be Babscon, Everfree. Doesn't matter. Just insert special convention here. Um, Honest, and I know this is going to sound really strange, but bear with me. Uh, and Nevi, please weigh in on this too. I've always felt like the the worst, like it's still good, but like the time when you feel the lowest, or not the lowest, but just like the most blue. There we go, the most blue at a convention. Oh, real quick, see you, Graffiti. Thanks for stopping in. Happy 10-year anniversary. But I personally believe that like the lowest point of a convention when you feel the most blue, I guess, is Saturday night. And I know that sounds really strange because like Saturday night is when like a ton of great stuff is going on. You've got the concerts, you've got really good panels. That's a given. But and it always happens at like different times of Saturday night. It's usually for me, it's anywhere between 10 p.m. and 1 a.m. But you get these moments of feeling like really blue, really bummed out because that's when it sets in like, oh man, like this is the last with the exception of like post-con Sunday night activities. This is the last night of the con, and you just always get this feeling of like, oh my goodness, where did the weekend go? Like why is it already Saturday night? And so like that all like, and for me personally, that happens every time. For me, it's unavoidable. It doesn't matter how much or how little I'm doing at a con. That just always happens. I feel bummed because all my friends are out drinking and I'm just the good law-abiding citizen and not drinking. Well, that's obviously we respect that. I appreciate you waiting until you're 21 to drink. Hopefully you can be at a convention whenever you do turn 21 and have a drink. Because those are always fun. But I'm not going to do a damn thing to encourage, underage drinking. Just be a good boy and wait. I appreciate the honesty too. Let's see. I don't drink because I don't like it. I thought you did drink every now and then. Like I know you don't drink that often. I had a physics lab on my 21st. Saturday night is my favorite part of the con, lol. If I get to hear Travis Odyssey blowing the concert up, I'm 500. Which is totally fair. It is totally fair. Because that's always a wonderful, wonderful feeling. But at the same time, like, Nevi, do you see what I'm saying? Is like, you have, like, even if it just lasts for, like, 10 minutes or so, you get this moment of, like, oh, man, where did the weekend go? This is bumming me out. And, of course, as you get invested in other activities, again, that sort of, like, withers away. But, for me personally, it always finds its way back to me in some capacity. Let's see. And I end up being the designated driver. I have yet to ever get drunk at the Londoner. Maybe, like, after the Saturday night concert. That's when I'm, like... Well, the Saturday night concert usually ends at, like, 2 a.m. Oh, no, I'm basically going home. No, don't say that! See, that's... Oh, no, don't say that, Nevi. That's terrible. Especially when you've got, like, all of Sunday. Because, and, like... I've complained to Nevi about this many times, but another thing that just always seems to happen without fail is, like, for me, I won't say it is my favorite, but it always ends up being really, really special for me. One of my favorite days of insert convention here is day 0. The day before, the Thursday night when, like, just the entirety of Thursday, because that's when you get to see all your friends again. You give that, hey man, good to see you again, hugs, and it's a wonderful feeling. You all get to, like, catch back up. There's no obligations with the convention yet. Like, there's no panel you gotta go do. There's no concert you gotta go do or whatever. You're just there to hang with your friends, see them again, catch up, and then that night you usually go to, like, the Londoner or some other Thursday evening event that's just It's really fun. It makes it really special. But the great thing about Thursday for me is that day always seems to go by really, really slow. I don't know what it is. That's why I always make sure to like whenever I fly out to a con and I'm traveling, I always make sure to get there as early as possible on Thursday. I love getting to be there on Thursday. Absolutely, absolutely. Like I think it is. I think you're doing yourself a massive. I understand. Sometimes you have other obligations that prevent you from doing it, but I think if you get it, so long as you have a say in it and you get to do whatever you want, I think you're doing yourself a humongous disservice if you decide to just skip out on Thursday. Go on Thursday, leave on Monday. Please do yourself that favor. Just an FYI, HarmonyCon might not happen, but stay tuned. I don't think that's the case. I might actually get to experience a day zero now because I'm no longer held by high school. Sounds weird and confusing, but high school never allowed me to do a day zero. That's fair. Not just high school, but quite often work does as well. As far as taxes thing, let's see, was delayed. It could vary. Oh, it'll happen. Like there's no issue with it not happening. It's gonna happen. Oh, I threw a shout out on the stream on Twitter, Dewie. Thank you for that. Thank you. No, it'll happen. It's just a matter of like when, because it was already announced that they can't come back in the February of 2021, which I understand. It's unfortunate. I respect that decision. I can't do anything about it anyways. But no, that's not an issue. But anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Thursday. There's something about it that and I don't know if it's because we are just really busy throughout the duration of a convention, or if it's just one of those, time flies and you're having fun things. But Thursday always goes by so slow for me, and then once the con actually starts, boom, that weekend just breezes by, and the next thing I know, it's already Sunday, and we're lining up for closing ceremonies, and I'm like, where did the weekend go? It's always just so deflating. But again, it's one of those things that you get used to. It sucks. It's a bummer, but it's just part of it. Which, I mean, going off of that old saying, time flies when you're having fun, that just shows you how great of a weekend it was anyways. Oh, Dewey? Yes, Tax? While I wait for Tax's response, what was I going to say? I had something. Oh, man, crap, what was I going to say? Anyways, if anyone has another... I know this has been a really, really long question. It's been so long that the guy who originally asked it has already left the stream. So, if anyone else has another question for this totally impromptu Q&A, go ahead, fire off, because, like I said, I do have a soft spot for this stuff. Let's see. What is this? Oh, yeah. Let's see. I'm just checking on the stream result real quick. We got 8. It's been 48 minutes. I'm sad when every con ends. Yep, that's a mood. That's a mood. How do you feel about a meal at Stratos when I make it down there? Yeah, I'd be down for it. That sounds like a great idea. Just, get down here. Whenever we get some semblance of normalcy again, let's be responsible, all that fun stuff. But I will admit that effect is way lessened for HarmonyCon. Probably because HarmonyCon has you being pulled in 30 different directions. And by 30, I mean 30,000. Yes! Fogo! Oh my god, Fogo is just the best. So, actually, that's what's the funny thing about that. And this is a bit of a tangent, but I promise it will be, you'll see how it's somewhat related. So like for those who don't know this about me personally, because I don't really talk about it much. My father is a DJ for a local radio station, like that's like really big in the Dallas Fort Worth area. Um, like he's a pretty big name, and so I always go on, like we do this segment on his show during the football season where we do the picks, like we pick a bunch of the games that are going to happen that following weekend, and we do the simple thing of like we see who's playing, we see who's favored, we see who's the underdog, and we go on the air and just do like a quick little 10-minute segment on his radio show every Friday um, where he like we'll take turns picking, and it's like it's not just me and him, it's me, him, and everyone else involved in the crew, and also Fox 4's Mike Ducey, who's a good dude. But the way it works is if you pick a favorite and they win, you get a point. If you pick an underdog and they win, you get 2 points. And we just do this throughout the entirety of the season, and whoever has the most points at the end of the regular season wins the season. And whoever wins, the prize is everybody else, all the losers, have to take them to whatever restaurant they want to go to. And I won about, not this last season, but the season before. I won, so you'll never guess where I had them take me. We went to Fogo. And I've already made that thread. Like, I'm telling you, if I win this season again, we're going straight back to Fogo. Let's see. I'm catching up on the chat. Fogo, we can do that. The Inharmony Con, I feel relieved. Nothing burned down. Yeah, I get that. That's a totally fair feeling. Especially when you consider, like, I knock on wood, even though the con has already happened this year, but my goodness, like, just, I am, especially compared to year one, I am just so unbelievably relieved and grateful that year two of HarmonyCon went really, really smoothly. Like, everything, like 95% of everything just went so well. And any problems that we had were like incredibly minor. Like, they were not a big deal at all. Let's see. Bonos, do we know? Thought I'd stop in. Hey, Drake, good to see you again. Good to see you, Drake. Happy anniversary. Year two was gold as hell. Absolutely. I think we need to use year two as a staple for things going forward because, like, just that was so damn satisfying. Because, like, everything just went so well. It went so smooth. Like, I couldn't find anything to complain about. When your luck decides to save you when saying, you know what, Friday isn't a good day to HarmonyCon 2019. No, don't say that. I don't want to talk about that. No, let's distance ourselves from that because, it was unfortunate, but we handled it. I think we handled it very, very well. And again, year two, we didn't have to deal with any crap like that. Year two was just chef's kiss. Let me see. So yeah, go ahead. Whoever wants to ask another question from the Q&A, because this is this is mostly just me rambling and whatnot, but like this is just me rambling and partially disorganized. So hit me. To be fair, I had no idea HarmonyCon was going to be my only con in 2020. None of us did, which is a real bummer. Like, I will say though, like, I understand it. It's a bummer. It's necessary, and like, I have nothing but love and appreciation for every con that has been able to host an online event. Winnie City, all the Pony Fest, Cider Fest coming up. Even TrotCon's getting a second one in on it. Like, I love and greatly appreciate the work that they're doing with these online cons. I cannot wait for us to, like, we have to go back to the first physical pony convention because my goodness, that year, that weekend is going to be so emotionally charged. However, I will say, I still think, like, I understand there's been a lot this year, and I get it, but at the end of the day, I will still believe that online conventions are still underappreciated. And as far as if I think they count or not, absolutely. I think they absolutely count. Anyways, okay, fine. A little pressure. EP win. I just put out a 40-song album tax. I'm gonna be good on an EP for a while. Thanks, dude. I've been posting fandom anthems, and if you have not read it, I led a team of writers to write the biggest article in Horseman. Ooh, very nice. Nice job, Drake. I'd love to hear what anthems you came up with, because there are obviously some real gems. Um, yeah, that's great. And I dedicate that you know that article, and I dedicate that you know that article to the Tenthers, because Horse Music Herald has given me so much you have no idea, Dewie. I know it means a lot to you, and I think that's great. Online cons was the first time I experienced post-con depression while barely interacting with anyone and not even stepping out of my house. Exactly. That is, I know I use it as a joke, but I swear to God, it could not be more accurate. That's largely why I count online cons, is because it takes a special kind of talent to give you post-con depression without even leaving your bedroom. Bam. I will go to my grave with that. Also, sorry for the clipping. Let's see. Hi, Waterhorse, and hi, Harper. Good to see you guys. Let's see. Charlie has committed to making Winnie physical, so we shall see. We shall certainly see. You sure you don't want to watch Clayton Kershaw pitch in Arlington on Tuesday? I'm good. I appreciate it, but I'm all right. Let's see. Bulldogs. Because I got a lot to work on here, anyways. Howdy, Water. Yeah. Let me see. What are we looking at? 10 people. Yay! We got 10 people in the chat now. How's it going in here? We're just talking. We're just talking. They're asking me random pony and convention related questions. My chair is still rather squeaky. I apologize for that. Yeah, this has been enjoyable. I like this. And so, especially now that I have configured my stuff away from the Burning Mare set. Hopefully I will do this more often and actually add actual activities and stuff to do, as opposed to me just sitting here and talking. Let's see. Also, and I know he's going to be real pissed at me for this. As it was mentioned earlier, someone asked if Nevi was going to make a special appearance on this. And I still maintain there's nothing that says he can't. If he really, really wanted to just stop in for a couple of seconds, he's more than welcome to. Because, you can come in. We won't bite, Mr. Ponyfax. I actually haven't gone to any online cons this year. I will try to go to as many cons as I can. The amount of leave I have from work right now is sick. That's good. Hopefully I will be able to get time off whenever So, the thing with me is this is either going to be a great idea or an awful idea. But I'm starting an online course next month. It is part of a continued education program for medical billing and coding. So this time next year, that may actually be a temporary career of mine. I'm still, my music business and whatnot is still very much the end goal, but it'll be good to have something in the meantime, especially something like that will fund my business as well as me continuing to go to conventions. So I don't think I'm going to be too worried in that regard. But no, I am. This year has very much solidified my resolve. Yeah, we are absolutely going to try and go to as many as we can. What are your thoughts on the Stars re-signing Dobby? Well, I mean, that's not a pony question, but I'm happy for it. It's very much like I mean, that was my big concern with Dobby is he going to be he had an amazing cup run with us. It's a shame that we came up short, but he played phenomenally throughout the Stanley Cup playoffs, and so my worry is that was a one-time rush of greatness for him. My worry is that he'll come when we start the season again, he'll be he won't be as good as he was during that cup run. I want to be wrong, especially because we just signed him for 3 years. Yeah, there's the link. You really should read this, guys. The album is so good. Guess not. Hush. With not the album thing. That's not what I'm hushing about. I'm hushing about Harper being a dummy. Okay, I'm gonna yeet myself out here because I'm in a call. All right, Waterhorse. See you later, man. Thank you for stopping by. Happy anniversary to this stuff. Let's see. So to wrap it up, I'm optimistic about the Stars re-signing Dewie because I mean it is what it is. There isn't really anything I can. Even if I was outraged by it, I can't really do anything about it. But just, hope for the best with it. But still, Western Conference champs, go Stars. Let's get the cup next year. Anyways, back to Pony. Hit me with another question. I like this because here in a little bit, I actually did get a miniature idea of something to do. Go unsign him. Hush. What would you do about the 5th anniversary of Crusaders of the Lost Mark? Man. So, as I said earlier, up into the very final episode, The Last Problem, Crusaders of the Lost Mark was my favorite episode in the entire show. Like I said, up into the very final episode. That one will always be special to me. It was just such a great time. Such a great time. Such a great episode. I have gone on record on many occasions calling that, quote-unquote, the greatest sucker punch I've ever had. Because, again, that was an episode where none of us knew that was going to happen. It was amazing. Can't watch it without crying. It's just amazing, phenomenal episode. And I will probably... we do have an evening activity or two planned, but afterwards... like whenever I'm back home and everything, I will probably watch the first 2 episodes as well as Crusaders. Maybe y'all will take Godobin from Dallas. Oh, I doubt it. We got him for at least another 3 years. Anyways, yeah. So, Crusaders is just such a wonderful episode. Also, oh my goodness. I think it might be it's either going to be really difficult or really easy to find, but I remember at I think it was 2017 BronyCon, Daniel Ingram was doing a panel, and he had mentioned that the song "We'll Make Our Mark," which is just an amazing song, Diamond Tiara had a verse in it that he showed off to us, and it just blew our minds. But unfortunately, it was cut from the original song for nothing other than time constraints, which is such a bummer because, oh my god, it was so good. It was phenomenal. It was an amazing thing, and it was such a great addition to the song. So like I said, I'm pretty confident you could find it on YouTube. We'll see. I can't wait until our first draft. Just, my goodness, you need to, if you haven't already, you need to go listen to it. Just type in, like, "We'll Make Our Mark," Diamond Tiara versus BronyCon or something like that. Just, it gave me chills. The one song, Crusaders of the Lost Mark, where the CMC were running with Diamond Tiara, that's called "Light of Your Cutie Mark," which is, again, an amazing song. I love it. Oh, they're all really good songs. I love them, but especially the final song is just, so good. The only thing that's kind of a bummer is they didn't really do anything with Diamond Tiara after that episode, but still, like, it will forever be in my top 2. Almost said 3, top 2. Also, hey, Meatloaf Man or Ray, good to see you, man. Happy anniversary. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Fandom lost their shit after CMC got their cutie marks. Oh, yeah. Because, like... And I do remember that day on Twitter because, like I said, we all got sucker punched by it. Nobody knew that was happening. And so, actually, here's a funny story about that. If anyone remembers, there was an episode in season 5. There was an episode that actually got leaked early. It was the Scaremaster, The Halloween one. It got leaked before, and this was like, I want to say, like 2 or 3 weeks before Crusaders of the Lost Mark was going to air. And so that episode got leaked, and it was making its rounds. And the reason why I bring this up is because the Cutie Mark Crusaders are in it, and it's an episode that is chronically after Crusaders of the Lost Mark. So by this time, the Cutie Mark Crusaders have their cutie marks in this episode. However, because it's a Halloween episode, they're all wearing costumes that are covering their flanks, which, when you think about it, is just the closest call the show has ever had to letting a giant bombshell get dropped before it wanted to be. Like, if that, like, what I'm getting at is, if that was not a Halloween episode that got leaked and it was just another normal episode, you would have seen the 3 Cutie Mark Crusaders all with their cutie marks before Crusaders of the Lost Mark aired, and that would have had like absolutely dire consequences. That might have ripped a hole in the space-time continuum. So, like, you can't convince me that, like, everyone at Hasbro was not just like, oh my god, what a huge relief. Oh my goodness. Because, yeah, I remember that. It was insane. It was insane, and we all had that same thought, like, oh my god, they are so, like, so many heavy episodes got leaked. So the funny thing about that is that the leaks were something that mostly happened in, like, season 7 and onward. This, for a frame of time, this was season 5. This was season 5 where only, like, 1 or 2 episodes got leaked. And oh my god, I think season 8 was the worst in terms of leaks, where, like, it was bad. It was really, really bad, to the point where, like, I had to go pretty nuts with my filtering on social media because people got the leaks and they were posting spoilers left and right, and I was pretty pissed off about that. That was supposed to be the last episode of Amy Keaton-Rogers, and she got asked to write the very last minute for the main attraction. I'm glad you mentioned that one, because the main attraction is in my top 3 favorite episodes. It goes main attraction, Crusaders of the Lost Mark, The Last Problem. 3 absolute masterpieces of an episode in my eyes. Glad main attraction didn't get leaked. Not even just a recording. Yeah, like, all 3 of those are just, so wonderful. So we got to see it at Ponyville Cider Fest 2015. They had the secure files. Did the perfect pair... Yes! Yes, it did! You were absolutely right. Yes, the perfect pair did leak. Oh, man, what... My goodness, what an episode to have leaked. I can't... So, it's an episode people don't really talk about much. If anyone remembers the episode called... hold on one second. Which one was the main attraction? That's the one with Rah Rah. Oh, it's such a great... Let's see. The movie got leaked. Big Jim said that Hasbro had told them Diamond Tiara's story was done and wasn't going to be featured anymore, and Big Jim said they wanted to do more with her in later seasons. I believe it. Applejack's parents leaked. Perfect Pair got leaked after I met Felicia Day. No, we're not talking about the movie, although I think the movie got leaked. No, what I was talking about... it wasn't a leak. Like, this isn't talking about a leak, although I do think this did get leaked as well. Does anyone remember the season 6 episode Where the Apple Lies? Where the whole episode is Applejack telling Apple Bloom a story about why lying is bad. And, like, most of the episode takes place whenever Applejack and Big Mac were a lot younger and everything. And... So, how can I forget it? I know you weren't talking about the movie. Someone in the chat mentioned the movie getting leaked. I remember someone tried to record the movie at the premiere. It was one I didn't like. We can at least take those. So, the thing with Where the Apple Lies is, I think that also got leaked, but the main reason I bring it up now is because not only did it get leaked, it got censored, if anybody remembers this. There was... it didn't get censored in America, but it got censored in the UK. It got censored because they didn't want mentions of cider. Because cider is still technically linked to, the alcohol beverage. And I guess England is a little stricter about that, which, I mean, okay, fine, I get it. But they replace any mention of cider with the word juice. So you can watch an English version of that episode, and it's all the same except for any mentions of juice. Maybe AJ's parents would be revealed this season just from seeing an art piece. Their parents were on designs and thought this season. Yeah. So I'm less confident in being able to find, the fuzzy juice. Yeah. They had to get censored because you can't say cider in England for kid shows, apparently. So they said juice, which of course just means they're hauling barrels and barrels of apple juice. Fizzy lifting drinks. They fill you with gas, and the gas is so terribly lifting that it lifts you off the ground like a balloon. Hey, I need to watch that movie again, too. That's been a while. I remember that Where the Apple Lies aired on the day I went to DFW to see if they found my favorite skirt that got lost. You stole fizzy lifting drinks. Man, that's a pretty specific memory, Gallup. Interesting. You stole fizzy lifting. They didn't have it, so I had to leave and drive to Houston without it. You bumped into the ceiling, which now has to be washed and sterilized, so you get nothing. You lose good days. Oh man, that's a good movie. So also, just like a super duper quick segue. I will spend as little time as I can on this, but okay. So the original song. Like the song in the beginning about the Candyman, The Candyman can 'cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. That one. Consider this a song recommendation. Take this as a song recommendation. If anyone knows the singer Aloe Black, who I absolutely love. He is so good. I love his songs. But Aloe Black did a collaboration with Zedd, Z-E-D-D, 2 Ds. And they did a song that was kind of like a 50th anniversary of Candyman, and the song is called Candyman. I cannot recommend it enough. Go check it out. Candyman by Aloe Black and Zedd. It is so good. It is such a great song. I will make this a brief segue. Hush, Tax. Zedd's dead. I feel like there would have. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm pretty sure he's not. But no, go check the song out. It's excellent. Also, I can tell that it is starting to get a little darker outside. I may have to turn that lamp on here in a little bit. Talking about it 10 minutes later. Hush! Hush, Tax. I'm dropping it now. Candyman, Aloe Black, Zedd. BLACC. Moving on. Another pony question. Because here's this. Let's do 2 more questions. Let's do 2 more questions, and then after that, I do have an idea of something we can do. Pulp Fiction reference. Oh, right. I forgot. I need to see Pulp Fiction again, too. Another wonderful movie. Man reference or Pulp Fiction reference. There are a couple of those on the show. Yeah, there was a Pulp Fiction reference in the movie, for goodness sake. No, that's one of the, let's see, favorite writer. Ooh, wow, that's actually a pretty straightforward one. Brilliant! Yay! I'll answer your question, Tax, but real quick, Brilliant Ventures here! What's up, man? Much love. Yay! Brilliant Ventures in. Oh, man, how's it going, dude? Happy 10-year anniversary. So anyways, real quick to answer Tax's question, favorite writer. I do have an answer for this. For the longest time, it was M.A. Larson. He had written some great ones that I just love, but what pretty much solidified it for me was Amy Keaton Rogers. So I will say that Amy Keaton Rogers is my favorite writer, with M.A. Larson right behind her, because Amy wrote Crusaders of the Lost Ark and The Main Attraction, which again are 2 out of my 3 favorite episodes in the entire show. And then after that, I went back and rewatched some of her old episodes. that she had written like several years before, and I was like, man, we really slept on how good these were, like just how good episodes like Applebuck season and whatnot were. So I'm gonna say Amy Keaton Rogers. So all the love in the world to her. She is fantastic. On top of that, yeah, like I remember this. Apparently the character Soren, and y'all know how much I love Soren. Soren was named after her son of the same name, which I'm like, oh, that's a great reference. So let's see, Dewie. At least we can be happy. Why it did suck that when Diamond Tiara was shown on scene, being nice. Oh, I was like, what are you talking about for a second? Like, it's a bummer. It's a bummer they didn't use her again, but that's fine. Every story she wrote was a slammer. She's super nice. Glad Diamond has got her. Whoa, never knew that. Yes. You may have to go get that fact check. I can say that. I say that with 95% confidence. But yeah, I had heard that Soren is the name of one of her children. I don't know if she has multiple children, but she has a son named Soren, and so they named him Soren in the show. Or when their cat crashed and their car crashed, and she was really concerned about her butler's health all the way up to the last appearance where in the final season she was addressed about how CMC helped. She has a son and a daughter. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So then the son's name is Soren. I have no idea what her daughter's name is, but yeah. Okay, so give me one second. I'm gonna turn this lamp on. So get ready for some extra light. Bam. Oh wow, that's nice. That's a good effect. Boom. All right, we got it. We got it, guys. Okay, there you go. Harper he just fact checked for me. Yes, the Soren name thing is true. I think it's spelled differently. I think it's spelled Soren with him, but yeah, he was the character Soren was named after Amy Keaton Rogers' son, which I'm like, oh, that's some. Yeah, see, there you go, Soren. There you go. There you go. So Soren, Sorin. Know the difference. It could save your life. It's basically right. Okay, I'm basically Snopes. Right. You fact checked one thing. Thank you for that, though. So yeah. Anyways, to just again put a bow on the answer. Favorite writer, Amy Keaton Rogers with M.A. Larson right behind her. So next question. Oh dear, that clipped. I'm sorry. Next question. I am also kind of watching the clock because, like I said, we do kind of have some plans a little later on. Oh, hey, we have eclipsed the hour, which is nice. This is where we need Whirlwind. Trust me, he would know. Favorite Equestria Girls movie? Hold on. So I got two questions back to back. How many hats are you gonna go through in this fandom? I mean, look at it this way. I've been in the fandom for 8 years now, and this is only hat number 2. So if I can manage like one hat for every at least 4 years, I think I'll be okay. But I am gonna run with this one for the foreseeable future. Anyways, for Gallup's question, favorite Equestria Girls movie? Cliche answer, I know, but probably because it's as good as we hype it up to be, Rainbow Rocks. I mean, I like all 4. They're really good. The Rainbow Rocks was, that's when Equestria Girls was at, like, its really high point. Yeah, Rainbow Rocks is great. Again, I like them all. They're all really good. I will say I really like friendship games, but the ending drives me insane. The ending bothers me so bad, but it's still good. It's still a good movie. I just like Rainbow Rocks a lot more. It was a Rainbow blast to see in theaters. I miss Equestria Girls, man. I miss Equestria Girls too. Also, yeah, the films were a blast to see in theaters. Yeah. So, yeah, short answer, Rainbow Rocks. I think if I had to rank them, I would say Rainbow Rocks, Legends of Everfree, Friendship Games, the first one, which all four of them are good. Like that's not maybe at the bottom, but that's not a knock against the original Equestria Girls. I actually found it to be pretty charming. I saw Rainbow Rocks at the Alamo Draft House in Richardson, presented by Nightmare Nights in 2014. Nice! Oh wow, that's pretty good. So yeah, I'd say Rainbow Rocks. Rainbow Rocks, Mlp 2017, Friendship Games. Excuse me. Rainbow Rocks. Oh, sorry. Gonna have to disagree with Rainbow Rocks being better than the MLP movie. That's very much top of the food chain for me personally. Oh, brilliant venture with the tough ones. Okay, so MLP movie or Rainbow Road Trip. Oh boy. Okay, so the MLP movie, however, I cannot overstate how much I absolutely love Rainbow Road Trip. I have watched that at least like 35 times. It is phenomenal. I can't get enough of it. Like every character in Rainbow Road Trip is just so wonderful. And I think my personal favorite is Sunny Skies. I love him. He's wonderful. Especially whenever that's Ian Hanlon. That's friggin' Sunburst. Who's like that's Sunburst just constantly going, oh! Catching up. Oh, I've never seen Rainbow. Harper, go watch Rainbow Road Trip. It's so good. It is so good. See it. It's amazing. I love Rainbow Road Trip. EKG Dance is we're crushing on. I love her so much. Ye word, Misty. No. Go watch Rainbow Road Trip. I have nothing but good things to say about it. And it is in the same animation style as the movie, which is great. I still need to see the final episodes of the show. Obviously, I recommend you do. You definitely should, but be ready. Because if you're anything like the rest of us, they are very emotionally charged. As I mentioned earlier, Rainbow Road Trip is amazing. Thank you, Nevi. Welcome back to the chat. My favorite episode is easily the one that solidified, right? My best pony, and that is Wonderbolt Academy is very good. Wonderbolt Academy is an excellent episode. And of course, like, I love me some Lightning Dust. I love Lightning Dust. I was overjoyed when they brought her back. It was so good. It's just a wholesome good time. Oh, that's a great way to say it. I brought some Rainbow Rocks posters that supposedly were made for the background of Ted 2. Wonderbolt Academy is great. Oh, I'm prepared. Rainbow Road Trip. Wow, he puts Rainbow Road Trip above the MLP movie. Interesting. I'm listening in and blasting horse music while I draw. Lol, multitasking. Man, Brilliant Adventures are hitting hard with these questions. Thank you. You're delaying the original idea I was going to have, but I don't care. Favorite MLP villain. That's tough, and that's easy and tough at the same time. Tough because I love all the villains. I thought all the villains were great. And it's easy because despite the fact I love all the villains, I do have an answer. I'm either going to have people cheering or boo me. Starlight. Starlight Glimmer is, like, she's one of my favorite characters in general, but just as a villain, God, I loved her. She was outstanding. That's my favorite premiere. That's my favorite not so finale. And yeah, Cozy Glow was great. I can't pick a favorite villain. Supposedly they're gonna let people rent out torrents. Ooh, Iron with a good idea. It's impossible. My answer to the villain, Sombra, but Cozy Glow. Again, I love every villain. Sombra, Cozy Glow, Tirek, and oh my god, since we're on the subject, I would have given anything in season 9 to have had just one more episode that's centered around Tirek, Cozy Glow, and Chrysalis, because the episode Frenemies, I can watch that again and again and again. That is such a great episode. Frenemies and the Summer Sun Setback. I just love those three together. I love Discord. I always forget she was the villain. Funny enough, her character development and redemption was just so well done. Yeah, that's true. But no, I'm gonna say Starlight was my favorite villain for a variety of reasons, but one of the main ones was because, like, she was our first one She was our first villain that was like, Sunset Shimmer was the worst villain, but a great protagonist. Yes, that's fair. That's fair. Sunset was a meh villain. I'd probably put her at the bottom of the list in terms of the villains, but just as a character, I really like Sunset. But not counting Equestria Girls, just talking strictly about MLP. Starlight was our first introduction to a villain that was just another pony, not a Draconiquus, not a giant centaur that's like addicted to magic or anything like that. Just another pony. And if you ask me, she was every bit as intimidating as any of the others, because look at all the crap she did. And again, she's just another pony. Equestria Girls canon. Yeah, I know it's canon. I never said it wasn't. I'm just saying that, like, excluding let's see. I'm just saying excluding Equestria Girls because, again, Sunset may be a pony, but we were introduced to her as a villain, as a human. It's weird. I know. Let's see. I will say Sunny is wonderful in person. She's a cheesehead. Okay, so there's a part of that I love and a part of that I hate. One, I've met Sunny in person as well. Wonderful person. Love her to death. She's a ton of fun to talk to, but I can't agree with the cheesehead part. I hate the Packers. But Sunny as a person is great. Love her to death. Prince Blue Blood needs more fan songs. I'm on it. I will do that. Dewie, what pony needs more fan songs made for? Oh, man. I'm going to come back to that question because that's a good one. I can tell you what Princess does in the cadence. Heck yeah. Is it honestly canon? Lauren Faust doesn't want it to be, and part of me wants to respect her wishes. Lol. Never got to meet Sunny. Oh, Lauren Jackson. I've met Lauren Jackson. She's fun. She's a lot of fun. Lauren Jackson is really good. Gallus needs more fan songs. Nevi, you know how you can't deny how biased you are. Like, I agree. I'd love for there to be more Gallus songs. In fact, I may write one. But who is Lauren Jackson? Lauren Jackson is the voice actress for Silverstream. And she's really good at that too. I have a funny Lauren Jackson story too. When will Dewie write his Galpar masterpiece? Zero bias, my ass. Come on, I know this. Let's see. What question? I respect Lauren, though her thoughts right now don't affect how the show is right now. Lauren ruined my plans. I ended up talking to her for over 10 minutes in autographs. Otherwise, can't pin his opinion on her. There's a bunch going on right now. No, Equestria Girls is canon. Like, I know it is. In fact, like, I don't want to say it, but there have been several instances between Equestria Girls and the show that do tie them together that make it canon, which I don't mind. I think the only one is the comics. The comics are pseudo-canon. I've seen the bias, can't confirm there is none. Oh, shut up, Gio. You know as well as I do there is. Hush you. Quiet you. I lost my train of thought. Pseudo-canon, comics, right. So I'm very far behind on the comics, and I really, really need to catch up on them, because they're really, really good. They're really good. But from my understanding with the comics, it's the mentality of whatever the comics say is canon until the show itself contradicts it, if that makes sense. And that's what I believe. That's what I believe they mean by pseudo canon with that. I'm all for bragging about things being canon. Is Pony Life an AU or oh boy? Oh wow, that's even harder, Nevi. That's even more difficult. Like, and for the record, like, I like Pony Life. Pony Life is a lot of fun. It's absolutely nuts. It's insane, but it's really funny, and I need to finish it. I need to finish Pony Life because I need to finish Pony Life because Nevi and I actually fell behind by like several weeks and whatnot. So we still need to finish. Dewie, Celestia and Luna were in the Mortal Kombat games. What in your sick mind would be their fatalities be? Oh my god. Hold on. Okay. So real quick, I think Pony Life is an AU. It's really good. I need to catch up on it. Pony Life's theme song is better than Friendship is Magic theme song. Ooh, debatable. They're both really good though. Are they still available? Bye. I think so. Okay. Before it falls too far back, answering Drake's question about Mortal Kombat and Celestia, which again, like, really specific. Very interesting. Would banish the other to the moon where they would asphyxiate. Yikes, that's pretty brutal. I was, anytime you say you, I can... So, if you guys have ever heard, I don't know, I can't remember if it's theory or if it's scientific fact, that many years from now, after all of us are dead, the sun is supposed to expand and engulf the earth, which sounds absolutely terrifying, but again, we will be long gone before then. And I kind of like the idea of Celestia expanding the sun upon whoever is getting fatality'd. Let's see. Anytime you say, is that an Among Us rev? Yes, to the Moonbase Alpha. Ouch. I'm kidding. And of course, for Luna, you could do Majora's Mask, and the moon crashes onto whoever the victim is. Apologies for my expanded knowledge of Kansas City. Oh, right. We don't know if the red giant is going to swallow it. Again, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if that is. I don't know if that is scientific fact or not. It's just. I don't know if that's scientific fact. I had just heard that, like, supposedly millions of years from now, the sun is supposed to expand and engulf all of Earth, which still just sounds terrifying. Celestia with cake powers would be epic. Okay, so what time is it? It's about 7:30. So I'm not used to this. I'm not used to being in this situation because usually, like, we just have these streams go on for as long as I want. But like I said, we do have some evening plans here in a little bit. So I did have, it's nothing spectacular, but I did have an idea to kind of start segueing into drawing this to a bit of a conclusion. So, as I said, we're 5 billion years away from that becoming reality. Like I said, it does not affect us at all because we'll all be dead by then. Which is the strangest optimistic thing you can say about this. Like, who cares? We're all dead by then. But like I said, I was gonna do something to kind of start segueing this into a conclusion. We just moved. No, you won't, Abby. No, you won't. But as I've said, we just moved into a new apartment and everything. Let's see. Everyone go to Dewey's Discord channel. Yeah, you by all means go to that. But we haven't fully unpacked yet. But I'm going to. There is something that I actually haven't unpacked. When we were packing up from our old apartment, I had an entire box that was dedicated to all of the MLP stuff I have here. That is, of course, not including everything that's at my family's house, which is where a majority of my MLP stash is. But if you want, I could go get this box and we could dig through it real quick, just as a reminder of what all is in there. Because the funny thing is, we've been here since like mid-August, and that box has just been sitting in there this whole time. So I actually don't remember, everything that's in it. So it would be kind of like, let's see what's in this too. I want to live long enough to watch what's in the box. So yeah, give me 1 second. I will be right back. Let me get this box out. Ow. Ow. Damn, I forgot how heavy this thing is. Ow! This is oh boy. I know, the sheer brutality of it all. Okay. I wasn't kidding, guys. So let me adjust the camera. There we go. I'm probably going to be standing for the remainder of this. Maybe. I don't know. A little more. Alright, what did I miss? Once I see that, I'll hit the die button. Dewey's out of frame. Post ponies. Okay, so like as you can see, maybe, this is a pretty sizable box. So let's see, let's find out what all is in here again. Now, I'm not going to go through every single thing in this box, but I will point out some stuff that I feel is worth noting. Probably nothing will happen. Zoom out enough to show... Nevy's not in here. He's still way in there. So, first thing is... yeah. I feel bad I can't remember the vendor's name. But here is a Sweet Apple Acres cider mug that I got at Cider Fest a couple years ago. So, yeah. I know, like, for something like Horses at Home Con... Wait. I want to sneeze again. Thank you. Sorry about that. When Horses at Home Con was a thing, which again, thank you for all the years with that. I had a tendency to do show and tell panels because, you know, story time and whatnot. Too much dust. Geo is still on about the sun thing. I find that funny. Dewey's sick. I just sneezed. Calm down. Oh boy, we have a visitor. Here, do you want to come on the screen or just... Alright. I think he wanted me to include his Neville plushie in this little miniature show and tell. So, I think y'all have seen this before, but like, for obvious reasons, this is Nevy's prized possession, is this cute little Neville plushie. That, yeah, we, yeah, everyone, this is Villain. This is him. Let's see. Oh, Nevy's on stream. I'm on stream now. Right, as he types in the other room. Gotcha. So, actually, let's see if I can properly get you to... the poor thing is probably going to fall. The plush that talks was simply bobbing up, and that's the one. That's the one. So, anyways, I'm not going to go through everything in here. But to start off, like I said, here is a... I got this a couple of Cider Fest ago, but it is a Sweet Apple Acres cider mug that you can drink out of and everything. I personally use it more for show, but the cool thing about it is if you wanted to drink out of it, there's a plastic inside that you can just pop out and wash the plastic part, which is actually a really good idea. But I use this more just like a little aesthetic piece, and I feel really bad I can't remember the vendor's name. Otherwise, I would absolutely plug them. Alright, so there's that. You all know... So, HarmonyCon chairman Tyler, for my birthday 2 years ago, he got me... Oh my god, it's already caught on to something. This is exactly what I'm talking about. He came to my little birthday soiree, and he got me this Celestia thing, which I love this. It's great. But at the same time, my god, like, this thing could be used as a weapon. Like, everything on here is super pointy and could, like, puncture you without even trying. So, there's that. Let's see. Tyler, Dewey. I have that. Oh, that's dope. Love the aesthetic there. Right? No, I love it. It's great. So, I'm not gonna give an intro for this. I'm just gonna show this off and see how many people in the chat either start groaning or laughing. There's no way y'all don't know what this is. And that's always fun. There's your groan. So we got 1 groan and 2 laughs. I'll take it. This is the... Nice. You got 2 groans, whatever. This is the playing mat that I used. This is one of the play mats I used for the card game, which I really want to get back into playing. That was always so much fun. So we got that. I mean, I could, you know what? Screw it. I'll take it out. This thing hasn't been taken out in forever because we haven't played the game in a while. But this was a play mat that my friend, this was my playmat whenever my friend and I would use it. That's a playmat, isn't? Yes. So, so the funny thing about this, and we always make jokes about this. The card game makes me salty. So the funny thing about this is a special mat that the tournament that we participated in. This was something that the top 8 spots were rewarded, but the problem is the tournament had only 7 entries, so we all got this mat by default because there was only 7 people, and so that led us all to making a ton of jokes that were like, "Oh man, display that mat with pride because we worked so hard to get into the top 8." So this is my top 8, but only by default. My most hated episode. Oh, it's a Rainbow. I don't understand why everyone hates Rainbow Falls. I like that episode. I need to roll this back up. Let's see. I love that mat, but ugh. Hold on. See? Yeah, so I mean, I can't remember like how the tournament actually went, but it was still a good one. Alright, so we got that. Rainbow Falls, the one episode. Yes, that was the one. Alright, let's see, it's 7:41. I'm kind of trying to speed this along. Oh, hey, it's Brittany! Yay! And yes, ew, it is me. Thank you. Ew, indeed. Don't worry, I understand. Single tear. But yes, hi, Brittany. Good to see you again. No! It happened! No! It fell. I'm gonna set this nice and gently over there. More card stuff. Alright. Yeah, it is very strange for me to do these while still having to keep an eye on the clock. I'm not used to that. So these tubes have a bunch of posters in them, but I'm not gonna get them out because it is a massive pain in the butt to re-roll them. But just take my word on it, we have our fair share of like some convention posters and whatnot that are in here. Was that Nevala's official face reveal? Yeah, it totally was. Oh, boy. So, I don't want to get this out either because it would be a real pain in the butt to undo it. But just to show this up to the camera, this is one of the things I have for show and tell. This box contains all of the, like, flight tickets, boarding passes, baggage tags that I've kept over the years from the various cons we've traveled to. Like I said, I don't want to like actually open it and take them out because it'd be a real pain to no, not lanyards, because this is, let's see, what was your first out of state? Babscon 2015 was my first out of state. So yeah, this is all the cons over the years that we've traveled to. And that's just all like the airline stuff. That's not con specific, so no lanyards in that. I should start one of those up. Oh yeah. Of course, just the Daring Do figurine that I always love having. I should get this out and put it somewhere anyways. So for the time being, there she goes. She's over there. She's watching the stream. There we go. Starlight reveal. I've so far kept lanyards. Oh, hold on to those. Hold on to those lanyards with both hands. For sure. How did this get in here? So, I don't remember who gave this to me, but like, it is a little rainbow dashed coin purse. Like, it looks a little odd, but like, it's just, you zip it from the top and it's a little coin purse in there. Again, I don't remember how this found its way in there. And you gotta understand, like, especially when I go to my family's house and, like, everything is there. I have plenty of instances of looking through this stuff like, I do not remember this. That's the doors. I accidentally threw out my lanyards when I moved. Dash has got money on her mind. No, she's got money in her mind. So we have the Spitfire. We have the Spitfire one. I'll put that over here with Daring Do. Ow, my leg. That didn't feel good. Oh, yeah. Okay, so where are you? Here we go. So this, I'll put it up here. This is a, let's see. This is a really thick, these are all those really, these are all those temporary tattoos that come off after like a day or a shower. Dewey's already got back pain. It wasn't my back, it was my leg. I miss the days when you could get the Mlp Funkos from Hot Topic. So these are temporary tattoos. One of the reasons why I have this stack is so big is because throughout the years, like whenever I'm out in the halls, like playing music at cons and whatnot, this is usually what I give kids who come and listen to me. Like, you know, because they're not old enough to get a business card, so I just give them a tattoo. It's just like a little way of saying, hey, thanks for listening. I wonder, man, I miss those. If I hear that tattoo story again, I swear, you realize that's just tempting me to tell it again, because I know it's your favorite thing to hear. Nice to see Gio already getting flashbacks. I'm 22 and I already have back pain. I know that feeling, Britt. But like I said, for me, in this particular instance, it was leg pain. I'm kind of running out of stuff that I want to oh, here we go. This is done by Cadet. Shout out to Cadet. These are the first flyers of what was supposed to be our original dates for 2021's HarmonyCon. I mean, obviously, now that it's out that we can't have it in February, we're going to have to update the info on this. But I do remember this. This was nice. This is Cadet's art. It was nicely done. And I'm curious to see what we will do in the future with that stuff. Thank you. Where are you? No. Fortunately, I have a bunch of those as well. No, it's rare. It's technically YouTube. Inaccurate dates. Yes. Yes, scribble them out with a Sharpie. Or just have a big strip of duct tape plastered over them. Great ideas. Hubba. Sorry for the loud noises and whatnot. So, I'm kind of like avoiding all of these because a lot of these are like these lunch boxes that are filled with a bunch of random stuff. What's in here? Oh my god, if this is what I think it is. Oh, they're empty. That's a bummer. So, this is the box container that we use for Pony the Interruption. Oh man, that's funny. Well, unfortunately, like, this one doesn't have any of the, this doesn't have any of the questions that we've gotten. It's just, this is where all of the blank and empty index cards go. So, let me see. It's kinda, oh! So, I do have the art book. This is where I get, whoops. This is where I make sure to get, I don't get autographs on much stuff, but my one exception is the art book where I've gotten a bunch of the show staff to sign this thing. Let's see. Some examples of who has signed this so far are including, but not limited to, Kyle Rideout, Kelly Sheridan, Devin Dalton, Nicole Oliver, Ellie Ray, Lena Hall, Daniel Ingram, Ashley Ball, Sonny Westbrook, and Bill Newton signed this thing too. Yeah, so oh, and there is one on, he signed really big on it, but to Daring Do, my main man, give me the top of the page. Mark Atkinson for Lord Tyrek, which I thought was funny. Let's see. He hasn't let me sign it yet. Sweetie, you didn't work on the show. This is for show staff. That's rude of him to me. Oh, hush. It is not rude of me. Man, where is it? It's in here. A bunch of random stuff. Oh, it's a BronyCon lanyard. Kind of running out of things to show in this box. No, oh, hey, here we go. Here we go. Now we're in business. So, these are more Pony the Interruption cards. But the good news is these ones actually have questions on them. Also, real quick, just as a little funny thing, I made this for the lunchbox because when I went to Brony Fan Fair back in like 2013, I wanted to have something for people to come and tip me while I'm playing in the halls that they wanted to. So I made this. Music is nice, but tipping is magic. And fun fact, I actually got in trouble with the hotel and was not allowed to do that because they saw it as soliciting. Which I'm like, okay, fine, that's fair. Which, I mean, people still tipped me anyways. I just didn't get to have a bucket. Which I think is funny. But, yeah, this has... you know what? I think this is a good way to wrap this up. So I'm going to remove the box, sit it back down on the ground, sit back down in my chair, zoom the camera back to normal, and share some of the Pony the... these are old Pony the Interruption questions that we have gotten. And the funny thing is, I don't remember what con or cons these specific questions are from. If I had to take an educated guess, I would say they were from this year's HarmonyCon. But let's, oh, see ya, Harper. Peace, man. Thanks for coming. Let's see. So let's go ahead and flip through this. Again, I haven't seen these in forever, so let's see what questions we did get. Is it just me, or do Luck Rock and Paleo Steno sound very similar? So that's interesting. Why is Carry in My Water Dewey's only song? That's a fun one. When people love to rip on me for Carry in My Water. Nightmare Moon or Daybreaker. Scootaloo as Colonel Sanders. Some of these are just fun posts. They aren't actual questions. What happens when Twilight outlives her friends? Changes in Cloudsdale's security after Rainbow Dash's break-in to the Weather Factory to stop Winter. Man, let's see. An official episode that you think could have been done better. Best Griffin. Anyway, come to HarmonyCon. What would your reaction be of Yona and Sandbar's child? Oh boy. Fluttercord, is it feasible? Someone just wrote key lime pie, which is interesting. I can't read that one. Best condiments, that's not even a pony question. Dr. Pepper, that's not even a question. Mustard on pumpkin pie. Yeah, a lot of these, I think, just completely ignored the fact that we were like, hey, pony questions, please. Jackie Chan as Rainbow Dash, which, again, not a question. Discord uniting the villains. I like this one that just says, horse taxes. Also, what's up, Melody? Good to see you, man. What do you think of Flash and Twilight? Do you ship it or hate it? Favorite convention mascots? Oh, yeah. This one was definitely, this one is definitely from HarmonyCon because they're totally not asking me to be biased because clearly, harmonic tune. Horse tax exemption. Discord makes a love triangle. Again, not a question. This one had 2 questions on it. Where are the old Wonderbolts now, and how much time has elapsed since the main 6 were young versus old? The stuff under Cozy Glow's bed. Royal Wardrobe. Royal Wardrobe malfunctions. I don't need to. It doesn't take a wild guess to know who this is. What is your reaction to Carlos Beltran becoming the Nets' new manager? That's not a pony question. How has society in America changed because of MLP FIM? Pie Family Geology Facts. Gray ponies are best. Again, not a question. I can't read that one. Balto Racing, it just says his name. Matthew McConaughey as Brayburn, which again, as that is a very good casting idea, it's not a question. And last but most certainly not least, which would you rather be, a hippogriff or a sea pony? And that's, so like, Pony the Interruption is my oldest running panel, because I've done it for so many years with a bunch of different people. So believe me when I tell you that like 7-ish years worth of doing the Pony the Interruption, the stack is way thicker than just this. This is just a very, very small handful of the questions we have been asked over the years. But that's, like I said, I have a much bigger pile in a box at my family's house, and if you guys really, really wanted me to, I could go get it on a later day. If you really wanted me to do another stream where I read off even more of these things, because those specific questions, because they've been in a box, I haven't seen them in like 3 or 4 years. Balto is a big goof, and he's awesome. Oh, Balto is a wonderful person. If for whatever reason he's in this chat, hi Balto, love you to death, man. Some interesting questions. It wouldn't be Brony panel if there were more than 50% questions during a Q&A panel. But yes, hello. I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing this. Z Mugen 37. Z Mugen. Sorry, I'm probably butchering that. Oh hey, wait a minute, hold on. This one actually has a couple more. Excuse me, hold on, folks. We are not done yet. How many does it actually? We are not done yet. There are still a small handful of others. Is the cider alcoholic in the show? Thank you. An actual question. What is your favorite song in the show, and separately in the fandom, and why? Celestia being useless, which she isn't. Is hot dogs considered a sandwich? Crazy, in parentheses, or not crazy, fanfic idea you would want to see. And now this one is the last one. What is the meaning of life? And given the context and the appropriateness of today, I'll just say it's ponies, duh. The cider was fizzy. Apple cider, only fizzies when alcohol is involved. Rainbow is an alcoholic, confirmed. I'll drink to that. Oh boy. So yeah, that is like I said, that is a very, very, very small handful of the number of questions we have actually been asked over the years. And certain people love telling this story, but the truth is, the first time we ever actually did Pony the Interruption was not at a pony convention. But there was a lot of bronies there, so we did it, and I was nervous. I was nervous-sided and everything. I was like, oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be a fun, creative idea that I think people are going to go with. We got, like, a bunch of questions into the hat and everything, and so I pulled one out, and I swear to God, the first fucking question I got in the entirety of all the times we've done Pony the Interruption, the first damn question I looked at was, why does Dewie suck so much? And I know, and even the fact that, like, my favorite part of it, it was signed. It was signed by my friend Trixie, who I don't know if he's still in the chat or not. But you know what? You're a jackass after all these years. Love you. Let's see. If a hot dog is a sandwich, then a lobster roll is a sandwich. Oh, boy. let's see. So how long has this stream been going? Let me see. Oh, sweet. Okay, so we are right about on the. We are almost about to go right at 2 hours, which personally I think is a good one for this. I think this is a good time to start wrapping it up. Had we not have had something else to do, I probably would have been going a lot longer. But excuse me, this is that one. This is one of those instances where I actually do want to put a cap on things, because again, really special day, and I would like to watch the three. I would like to watch the trifecta at some point today. Um, but yeah, on a on a more serious note and whatnot, like this is a really special day to me. I cannot believe it has been 10 whole years of this show, which I would still regard. I would probably regard this as the single, like just by itself, the single greatest thing that has happened to me. Um, for too many reasons that I'd keep you all here all night for. But just amazing ride. It's been an honor to have been a part of at least 8 of those 10 years. Thank you all. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. Let me see. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. Love you guys to death. Um, you can. My DMs are gonna be open on Discord. I just gotta go tend to some stuff. Message me about whatever. I just gotta end the stream. That's all. But once I'm done driving and whatnot, I can answer or talk to whoever wants to talk. Let me see. Thank you for the stream, man. I love you. Thank you for all the great years and for being a great close friend. I can't wait to see you guys again. Happy 10th, brother. Make sure now. Oh, thank you. Yes, Neva needs to say bye as well. Let's make sure she gets nice. Bye, bye, bye. Oh man. All right. Take care. Take care, guys. Later on tonight, if we can set it up properly, I might do a watching party in my server. Stay updated on that. I might do it. But if I do, it'll be much later this evening. But yeah, happy 10 years, guys. Let's make it. Let's go for 10 more. I'm not going anywhere. I still have a ton of pony songs I still need to write. But yeah, I will see you guys maybe later on tonight, and if not, the next time we have in-person conventions, because we will. It's not a matter of if, it's when. But yeah, have a good night, guys. Thank you again, and thank you for an amazing 10 years to such a wonderful